I'm 81 years old, and the day I retired, I realized I had built the wrong life. People think retirement is supposed to feel like freedom, like you finally made it, like the long race is over and now you get to enjoy what you earned. That's what I thought too. I remember my last day clearly. They brought in a cake from the grocery store, cheap frosting, my name spelled right for once, a little gold watch in a velvet box. Men I'd worked beside for 27 years shook my hand and told me I earned it. They clapped, took pictures, called me dependable, called me a provider, called me a good man. And I smiled, I thanked them, I said all the right things. Then I drove home, and somewhere between the office parking lot and my driveway, a terrible thought landed in my chest. If I stopped moving, if I stopped working, if I stopped being useful, who exactly was I? I pulled into the driveway at 3:40 inches the afternoon, earlier than I had come home in decades. The house looked unfamiliar in daylight. That should have told me something right there. A man should not feel like a visitor in the home he spent 40 years paying for. I went inside. It was quiet. My wife was in the kitchen. She looked surprised to see me. Not happy, not upset, just surprised. Like I had arrived in the middle of a life that had learned to continue without me. She said, "You're home early." And I laughed and said, "Not early, finished." I thought she'd smile. I thought it would be some big moment. But she just nodded and went back to drying a plate. That was the first crack. You see, I had spent my whole life telling myself a story. The story was simple. A man works hard, a man sacrifices, a man puts his head down and provides. Then one day, when it's all done, he comes home to the life he built. That's the lie. Because while I was out building a living, I was neglecting a life. There's a difference. A living is money. A life is people. A living is the mortgage getting paid. A life is knowing what your daughter was afraid of at 14. A living is overtime and promotions and pension plans. A life is sitting on the porch with your wife, long enough to notice when she has gone quiet. I was excellent at building a living. I built it brick by brick. I missed birthdays for it, missed recitals, missed dinners, missed ordinary Tuesday nights that didn't seem important at the time. That's the trick life plays on you. It never tells you which moments are the important ones. It disguises them as ordinary days. And fools like me trade them away for meetings, deadlines, and one more year of getting ahead. I used to say, when I retire, I'll make it up to everybody. That sentence should be illegal. When I retire, when things calm down, when the kids are older, next summer, next year. That is how a whole life disappears. Not in one disaster. In postponement. After I retired, I thought my family would gather around me because now I had time. But time by itself does not repair distance. Time just exposes it. My son called less than I expected. My daughter had her own routines, her own life, her own people. My wife had hobbies, errands, friendships, habits, a whole inner world she had built while I was gone, in every way that mattered. And I sat in my own living room, feeling like I had been replaced by my own absence. That's when the anger came. Not noble anger, ugly anger. I thought, after everything I did for this family, why do I feel so unnecessary? And the answer was brutal, because I had trained them to need what I could provide, not who I was. I taught my children that love looked like responsibility, not presence. I taught my wife that my job came first, but someday she'd get the leftovers. I taught everyone around me that as long as I kept the machine running, nobody had the right to complain. And maybe the worst part is this. For years, I called that sacrifice, but some of it wasn't sacrifice. Some of it was cowardice. Work is easier than intimacy. Work gives you clear goals, clean rules, measurable success. You show up, do the task, get the result. People don't work that way. Marriage doesn't work that way. Children don't work that way. You cannot love your family the way you manage a department. You cannot spreadsheet your way into closeness. And yet that's exactly what I tried to do. I thought being tired was proof I was loving them. No, sometimes being tired is just proof you are giving your best energy to the wrong things. One afternoon, about 3 months into retirement, I found myself standing in the hallway outside my daughter's old bedroom. She had moved out years earlier, of course. The room was mostly storage by then. Boxes, old blankets, dust. And on the shelf I saw a little clay bowl she made as a child. Terrible thing, lopsided, painted blue. I remembered the day she gave it to me. She said, "Put it on your desk so you think of me at work." I never did. I told her I didn't want it to get broken. That was the kind of lie a busy father tells without noticing the damage. Standing there in that doorway, holding that crooked little bowl in my 7, 8-year-old hands, I understood something that made me sick. The wrong life is not always a sinful life. Sometimes it is a respectable life lived in the wrong order. That was me. I put achievement before attention, provision before presence, efficiency before tenderness, and the world rewarded me for it. That's another thing young people should know. The world will often applaud the very habits that destroy your home. They'll call you dedicated, driven, reliable, a machine, and meanwhile your wife is eating dinner alone. Your son stops asking if you can come. Your daughter grows up telling herself, "Dad loves me, he's just busy." You do that long enough, and one day retirement comes, and you discover you have successfully climbed a ladder leaning against the wrong wall. So what did I do? I stopped mourning the career first. That surprised me. I thought I was grieving the loss of work. I wasn't. I was grieving the realization that I had offered my best years to things that would not love me back. My company replaced me in 10 days. 10. The office kept moving. The meetings continued. The phone stopped ringing. The emergencies were suddenly someone else's emergencies. That hurt my pride, but it also freed me. Because once I saw how quickly the machine forgot me, I had to face the people I had asked to remember me while giving them far less than they deserved. So I started small. I called my daughter and asked her to lunch. Not to lecture, not to advise, just to listen. I sat on the porch with my wife without checking the time. I apologized without adding a defense to the end of the sentence. That's important. An apology with an explanation attached is just a cleaned up excuse. And slowly, painfully, awkwardly, I started building a life at the age when most men think the story is already written. So let me tell you this while you still have strength in your legs and years ahead of you. Do not wait for retirement to become a person. Do not wait for retirement to notice your spouse. Do not wait for retirement to learn your children. Do not wait for retirement to ask yourself whether the life you are building is one you will actually want to live inside. Because the paycheck can stop in one afternoon. And when it does, the only thing left is the life you neglected or the life you nurtured. I retired at 81, and on that same day, I realized I had built the wrong life. But I'm telling you now because maybe you still have time to build the right one.